Are you religious? It's surprising how often I get asked this question. It used to be as often as receiving an unsolicited dick pic in my DMs, but those have tapered off, thankfully. My answer to this question isn't a yes or no answer, but it's this. We all have values. For some of us, our values are influenced through religious texts and beliefs, and for others, it's guided by a different view and motivation altogether. For many parents around the world, their parenting approach is heavily influenced by their religious beliefs, and they incorporate their religion into all aspects of how they raise their children. For many other parents around the world, they are choosing to raise their kids outside of a religion and are developing their family values and beliefs for their parenting approach through their culture, physician recommendations, and a variety of textbooks on healthy child development. And then there are parents who fall somewhere in between these two approaches and are parenting through a mixture of religious ideas and academic research. But no matter which parenting group you would identify with, when it comes to the sex talks, every single parent will get asked a sex question from their child at some point during their parenting journey. And parents, I can help you answer that sex question. I'm Kathleen, and I make videos for parents on how to talk about sex and answer sex questions that their child may have. Everybody in the world does not share the same values, but we all need to learn about sex and sexuality. And my approach, my whole purpose for starting this channel is to help parents and encourage parents to have the sex talks. And I want to show you how you can effectively incorporate your religious values into talking about every sex topic. If you're a parent who's trying to figure out how to talk to your child about premarital sex, let me show you how you can do this, whether you're a religious parent, a non-religious parent, or somewhere in between. Let's take the term premarital sex. We've got the term sex, which means vaginal, anal, and oral, and we got the term premarital, which means occurring before marriage. Put them together, we've got vaginal, anal, or oral sex before marriage. So you're currently parenting and you want to talk about sex before marriage with your child. Now, the actual conversation about sex will look the same for all three parents, the religious, the non-religious, and the in-betweeners. It will go something like this. Sex refers to the three types of sex. We got vaginal, anal, and oral. Vaginal sex means the penis enters the vagina. Anal sex means the penis enters the anus. And we got oral sex, which means the mouth goes on the genitals. When two people engage in sex, whether it's vaginal, anal, or oral, consent is needed from both people throughout the sexual activity. Sex should not be painful. If it is ever painful, it must be stopped. There are laws that prohibit sex with children because children cannot consent to sex due to their developing body and brain. There are some diseases that are spread through sex, and when a person starts having sex, they're going to need to have regular checkups with a healthcare provider in order to take care of their sexual health. That's the answer to the sex part of the sex before marriage talk with your kid. Each parent here is going to say the same thing when it comes to explaining what is sex, because this is the medically accurate information that every individual needs to know, no matter your religion. If you are a religious parent, after you've explained what sex is, you can then say, in our religion, we believe that sex, whether it's vaginal, anal, or oral, should only occur within a marriage. Our religion says this because blah, 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 include your reasoning here. Not all people believe that sex should only occur within a marriage, but in our family, due to our religion, it is an important value. Next, if you are a non-religious parent, after you've explained what sex is, you can then say, in our family, we believe that premarital sex is okay, not okay, can only occur within a relationship. It's a decision for you to make as you consider whether or not to have sex. Not all people believe that premarital sex is acceptable or not acceptable according to their values because they have different values than we do. The reason we believe this is because we, and then blah, 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 go on to explain the foundation to your beliefs. And lastly, if you're an in-betweener parent, after you've explained what sex is, you can then go on to say, in our family, our religious beliefs dictate that premarital sex is blah, blah, blah. And our family values agree to an extent of our religious beliefs, but then differ in this way, blah, blah, blah. So when it comes to engaging in premarital sex, our values say, blah, blah, blah. Not all people in our religion will take this interpretation, and not everybody will share the same value as we do about premarital sex. Just because you're parenting from a specific viewpoint, being religious or holding a specific value around a sex topic, it does not mean that you can or should avoid teaching sex topics that run counter to your values. Parents, we do not live in a bubble. Your child will meet a variety of people in their lifetime, all of whom come from different backgrounds and cultures and have different religious values and beliefs. Even if you believe that sex before marriage is not acceptable and you do not want your child to engage in sex before marriage, you still need to teach them what sex is. You need to be clear about it and explain all three types in a medically accurate and factual way. Because then your child knows what sex is and could then be able to identify potential abuse that may occur. Or it can eliminate the idea that sex is only considered sex when it's vaginal sex, because that is a common misconception. Because what can end up happening if parents avoid explaining the factual information and only share their religious values is that kids can create new sex acts like soaking that are designed to circumvent the religious values, and it's not considered sex amongst the young people engaging it due to the lack of medically accurate sex education. And if you're not sure what soaking is, you want to check out this video. If your child's asked you a sex question and you're not sure how to go about answering it, or you're not sure how to have the sex talks with your child, I'm Kathleen and I make videos every week for parents that are designed to give you the medically accurate and factual information so that you can then share that with your child and then, of course, incorporate your family values afterwards. Because as parents, we all have values and beliefs, and we want to share our values and beliefs with our kids. I'm Kathleen, and if you found this video to be helpful or useful, go on and give it a like and share it with another parent friend. I'll be back next week with another video.